The Western Conference Finals are here, and it's finally time to talk about it. Now, before we get into the Western Conference Finals, I don't know if you look back at this channel or if you've been watching me talk about NBA and basketball in general, you're probably wondering what happened, why did I take a 2 month hiatus? And the reason is because, one, I got sick, bro. I was sick for a month, and then right when I thought I was healing, I went back to being sick. I had this lingering cough that stopped me from talking. It was so weird. I didn't experience anything like this, and it was unidentifiable. Also, because of that, I fell behind on college stuff and schoolwork, so I had to catch up on that. But now everything is over, and we're back. And now I can actually talk about. I missed the first 2 rounds, which I am so mad about because, man, there was so many things that I wanted to say. The Knicks Celtics game, the Lakers went out in the first round, the Warriors Timberwolves round. So many things that I wanted to speak about, so many things I wanted to predict, so many things that I thought were going to go a certain way and didn't. And there's so many things that I thought were going to go correctly and they did. And honestly, it's been an interesting playoffs. There's been a playoffs that kind of represented what everybody has been asking. Like for example, the Cavs, right? Everybody's been wondering what is going on with the Cavs. Are they a playoff team? Are they not a playoff team? And they were out in the second round to the Indiana Pacers, and they technically, I mean, I'll take away one game. We could say a gentleman's sweep, but honestly, they got swept, right? And it was embarrassing. The Bucks were out in the first round, and honestly, the only team standing that was at the top is the Thunder. All the other teams are out. Every team at the top of the conference is out. If you look at the West, the Western Conference Finals is the number 1 seed versus the 6 seed. If you look at the East, is the Knicks versus Pacers, is the 3 seed versus the 4 seed. The top teams are out except the Thunder. And this is a question that we all had all year long. Are the Celtics going to flip the switch and be the team that we wanted them to be and that we thought they could be in the playoffs, which they couldn't do it? Are the Cavs a playoff team? Answer is no. And okay, we could say they got injured, but they always get injured in the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie, same thing last year, now this year. I don't know. The Cavs is not it. Something needs to happen for them. Then we could talk about what else? The Lakers. Now that one shocked me because I thought they were gonna make a deep playoff run. At least the least I thought they would be out in the second round, probably like 6 games, 7 games. But they were out in the first round. And again, injuries, blah 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 blah. But I don't know, man. It was so weird to watch. The Warriors, that was weird too because I thought Jimmy Butler was going to be able to turn it up at a certain point. I thought he was going to be able to win them a couple of games, make it tough until Steph comes back. And he didn't do that. And he couldn't do that. And why? Honestly, I don't know. I was so shocked because Jimmy Butler has been known to take teams to the finals. But since they couldn't do that, the Timberwolves made it to the Western Conference Finals. And we see them play against the Thunder. Now, here's the thing. The Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals are so amazing in my opinion because both series the teams match up very well with one another. If we look at the West, the Thunder match up very very well with the Timberwolves. Both teams play amazing defense. Both teams play in the paint with their star players in Shai and Ant. Both teams shoot threes. Ant also shoots threes. Uh, Even watching yesterday's game 1, there was a lot of times where they packed the paint on both sides. They packed the paint going against Shea. They packed the paint going against Ant. And the thing is, with the Thunder, Shea knows how to draw fouls. And I know everybody's complaining about his foul baiting and da da da. He's flopping. He's this. He's that. My boy, it is the playoffs. It is the Western Conference Finals. If Shea wasn't so great at drawing fouls, they would not call them. Some of these fouls have to be a foul or some form of a foul, and then he also has to be a great actor for them to call it. And I don't mean act as if like the foul is not a foul, but I mean to over exaggerate the contact that he's getting. Why? Because the greatest foul baiter, and I don't know if I could call it a flopper, but the greatest foul baiter is James Harden. And we've seen in the playoffs, he struggles to draw fouls in the playoffs. And that's why game sevens, he is not there. Game elimination games, James Harden is not there. So for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to be able to do this, it's a talent. It's a skill damn near. And you can't hate on that. Because a lot of other players have tried it and it didn't work. Trey Young was doing it for a little while, but then the NBA implemented some rules. But for Shea to be able to do this after the rules were implemented, it's an art, damn near. It's a skill. You can't be mad at it. You gotta tell everybody else to do the same thing. It clearly is working, and he's not doing something wrong. It's not like he's getting tapped and he's flying across the court and falling on his back or something. No, it's actual creative. I even creative flopping. It's some type of creativity that he's putting into this, and he's making his shots too. While he's getting the contact, he's making his shots. And the great thing about the Thunder is they don't need Shea to perform at a very high level for them to win. Because like yesterday's game, the first half Shea was not there. I mean, there was so many times that I was like, damn, Shea can't do nothing. The Thunder can't do nothing right now. What is going on? This is not the same Thunder team. This is not the MVP. This is not Shea. And you know what happened? The rest of the Thunder team, they kept scoring when it mattered. They kept it close. They hit shots that mattered. And in that third quarter, J Dub and Shea came out and they performed. They went crazy. And before you know it, the Thunder went on a like 17-0 run, and it was over for the Timberwolves. The Thunder never looked back. But on the other hand, the Timberwolves cannot have that. The Timberwolves don't have the luxury for Anthony Edwards not to perform and they can still win. They don't have that. And on top of that, Dante didn't perform. A lot of guys on their team were not shooting it very well. So you add that on top of your star player not scoring and not shooting very well, and it becomes a very, very, very big problem for you. I will say a huge thing. The first half, Julius Randle, domination. Even though he wasn't playing his game or his bully ball game or all that stuff, he was putting on for the Timberwolves and doing everything that he can. The second half, this is when Ant was supposed to pull up and hold it down for the team, but he didn't. That fourth quarter, he only attempted one shot. I don't care how many guys are on you. I don't care how many hands you see in your face. I don't care how far you think the basket is from you. If you are my star player in that fourth quarter, at a certain point, you're going to have to shoot. You're going to have to shoot. You're going to have to make some tough shots. You're going to have to take some tough shots. Something's going to have to happen because I need you. I need you to be aggressive. Because on the other side, Shea is performing. The MVP is performing. And by the way, I just seen the post from Shams. Shea is MVP. Thank God. Finally, he should have won this last year, but they gave it to him this year. I don't even know why they waited so long to give him his MVP. Everybody knew Shea was going to get an MVP. Why? Because they did bad last year and gave it to Jokic even though Shea should have got it. But they said the same thing they always say. You need to win. You need da-da-da. Well, now, this year, they won. And this year, Jokic has better numbers than him. But Shea deserved it because they messed up last year. And not only that, I'm not even going to limit him to that. Shea deserved it because Shea had the best team. They said you need to win, right? He had the best team, right? One of the most historical seasons. Shea was putting up some of his best numbers in his whole career. Shea led the team in scoring. Shea led the league in scoring. And he plays defense. And not only that, you don't hear him in too much drama. You don't hear none of that stuff. And his team loves to play for him. This team loves to play together. They love to play for him. They literally run through walls for one another. And like I was saying, I don't know why it took so long to give Shea the MVP. Everybody knew it was going to go to Shea. Everybody knew. Everybody said it. There was no reason to take this long. I don't think we've ever went this long for them to announce who's the MVP in the Western Conference Finals after Game One. Like, come on, bro, be serious. Now tonight, Knicks versus Pacers. Give me the Knicks. I'll take the Knicks in. I want to say give me the Knicks in 6, but I'll give me the Knicks tonight. If the Knicks don't win tonight, I will be highly disappointed. Again, these two teams are matched up very well. Both teams have one has Cat that can shoot, one has Miles Turner that can shoot. The Knicks do have Mitchell Robinson, who's gonna be in the paint. Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton. I think that's a great matchup. Even though I know guys are not matching up with their position, but that's a great duel. Bridges, the wings on both sides. I think they compete very well. OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam. I think those two are great. I don't know. I think these teams are kind of like very well matched, and I'm really happy to see what happens. I'm really interested. I'm really excited. And give me the Knicks tonight, home team, and give me the Knicks in 6. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I promise I'll be back with better content. This is just I just needed to get something out there. I needed to talk to y'all and let y'all know what happened and explain everything. As you can tell, I am a little rusty, but I'll figure it out. Okay, just please support and watch all the way through. Thank you.